Hey everybody, it's Queen of Light 1111. Happy Friday. I am here with a past, present, and future reading for you guys. So what I wanted to do today was take a look at the past energy. So, this week I just honestly felt like it was a time warp. I feel like every day I woke up, I thought it was Thursday. I woke up on Monday, I thought it was Thursday. I woke up on Tuesday, I thought it was Thursday. I woke up on Wednesday, I thought it was Thursday. Then I woke up on Thursday and then I was like, is it Wednesday? I mean, it was just weird. This whole week, timing has just been off. It just feels like the energies were heavy and dense, maybe even emotional for some of you, okay? So clearly there is something going on. So we are going to look at what was the energy like this past week, okay? So what was feminine's energy towards her masculine this past week? What was masculine's energy towards the feminine this past week? What was the energy of the connection this past week? Then we're going to look at the present moment. What is the energy like today for feminine, masculine, and the connection? And then we're going to look into the potential future of, this weekend, okay? What's the energy going to be like for feminine, masculine, and the connection? So if you guys want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. As a reminder, don't forget to go to my website to book a service if you should be guided. And remember, the scammers have made their way to YouTube. So make sure that the readings and messages that you guys watch, that people are showing you their cards. Be very, very careful with those channels that are just doing slideshows, of text. I'm not saying they're all bad, but it's just like you got to be careful because it's like the darkness has now seeped into YouTube, and now those people are stealing content from light workers and passing it off as their own. So you just got to be careful. Use your discernment. And a major, major announcement. Season 2, Step Into the Light podcast is returning. Step Into the Light podcast Season 2 will be returning next week. So keep an eye out. Follow me on Instagram. Follow this channel because I will also post it here, and all the podcasts will be on Buzzsprout, but I'll send you all the links. The links are also in the description box. Let's get started with the bottom of the deck for the past week's energy. We have the Ace of Cups as the first card. So, the Ace of Cups are gifts from the universe, gifts from divine, right? So we've got these 5 streams of water. There's the 5 senses. Here's that hand of God, and the fish is flying out. Right? So this is an energy about like there's something leaping out, right? Of the cup there, right? And so it just kind of feels like this energy where maybe we're letting our blessings flow into the world. We're letting our blessings flow because they're meant to be shared. Ace of Cups for me is always about the energy of self-love. So I feel like what was really going on is we're trying to fill our cups. We're trying to fill our cups, but we're also trying to share. And I just feel like the energy was a hot mess. I just feel like maybe we should have just been focusing on ourselves, on our own energy. But we're all these overachievers, right? We try to help ourselves, but we also try to help others at the same time. And this has to do with the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like, abundance, maybe finances, those types of things were on masculine and feminine's mind. We have the spring card, the new moon, maiden, as the clarifier with the tracks card. So the new moon, the new moon comes out when it's all dark. You can't even see the moon in the sky. So I feel like we were just feeling in the dark, right? We didn't know, how are we going to move forward? How are we going to go the distance? How are we going to achieve this legacy, this 10 of Pentacles? So it just feels like there was some challenge this week, right? As we tried to take care of ourselves, as we tried to fill our own cup, there were maybe some demands, some responsibilities that we had to help or care for or be there for others. And it just kind of created a little bit of an imbalance, right? Because it was like we were going through our own darkness, dealing with our own shadows, trying to move forward. but I just feel like it was a little bit of a messy process, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at how Divine Feminine was feeling towards masculine this week. 6 of Wands, but this is the before tarot. So she's in this energy where she was fighting battles. She was either fighting inside herself, like fighting with her own ego, fighting with her own wounds. You know, there could have been an inner and outer conflict. I just feel like she just did some serious battling around, hey, am I going to go this alone? And I'm perfectly fine to do so. I'm going to win the battle either way. So I just feel like feminine had a lot of conflict. And so there was a lot of this, like, you know, she felt like maybe she was at war within herself, in an energetic war. And it was creating a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, because I do feel she was feeling a little powerless because there were so many obstacles as related to her masculine and her journey this week. So this week there was stress, there was anxiety, there was, you know, obstacles, there were, you know, things that were just getting in the way of her focus. It was just a little messy this week. And so she was fighting a lot of battles, fighting or a lot of competing priorities. And so it just feels like there was a lot of stress. There was some potential power. And this is interesting. The fish is on the hook. The bottom of the deck, the fish is leaping out, right? And maybe, you know, she was like, you know, feeling a little vulnerable, feeling trapped within her conflict, trapped within her circumstances. And so her energy towards her masculine is just like, man, I'm just fighting all kinds of battles here. There's all kinds of obstacles in the way of, you know, our legacy, our long-term connection. Masculine's energy this week towards his feminine was the 6 of Cups. And so this is the before tarot, as I already mentioned. So he's was spending time, like maybe looking through pictures. There's a lot of nostalgia energy that I'm getting. And I just feel like he may have been preparing potentially or is preparing potentially for union or reunion. So when the 6 of Cups comes up, maybe he was beautifying his space. Maybe he was taking care of his home. Maybe he was cleaning. But as he was doing that, maybe some old pictures or messages or cards, you know, he came across them. And so it just feels like his energy towards his feminine this week as he was beautifying or cleaning up his space, his home, his office, his phone. Maybe he was reminded about his feminine. Maybe there's something that you guys did with each other this week or something that you shared within the last few weeks that all of a sudden, you know, came to the surface. And 8 of Wands, I do feel like it stirred up feelings of love. It stirred up this energy of wanting to communicate with his feminine. And so he's very much in this energy where he's got the energy. He has the energy. He wants to apply himself to his development because he does know that when he revisits the past, that there was a lot of shade, that there was a lot of things that were done that were not in the up and up. But I also feel like what he is getting here is that there was a lot of beauty and love and soul recognition when he remembers his feminine. So what was going on with the connection this week? Knight of Wands. This is an energy where both masculine and feminine were in the energy of kind of in and out. Like, am I in this connection? Am I not in this connection? Like, what am I even passionate about anymore? So this is an energy where they're both kind of looking at their journey and they're like, is this something that we want to continue to fight for? Is this a journey that I want to continue to move forward in love? And right now it just feels like there was some stubbornness. It felt like there was a barrier because, you know, one may be in a unfulfilling connection, one may be restricted or weighed down or trapped. And one may be in some sort of emotional turmoil or baggage. And I feel like this really applies to masculine and feminine. I feel like for feminine, she's in and out. Do I want this dude? Do I want this guy? I don't know. I feel kind of like weighed down with my own emotions right now. I don't know that I necessarily care about what masculine's feeling. And masculine's in this energy of like, do I want to, you know, like move this forward and follow my heart? But I feel a block. I'm not quite developed yet. And maybe I am attached to someone or something that is not good for me right now. And so both are in this energy of contemplation. So what's present day look like? We have the Page of Cups. Now remember, the Page of Cups in the traditional tarot, that's the cup with the fish in it. Remember, in the bottom of the deck of what we saw, the fish like was trying to leap the heck out, right? So we have the Page of Cups here. So when this card comes out at the bottom of the deck, it's really this energy of, like we're no longer virgins at this anymore, right? We're not new to this journey anymore. So that's that energy of like sensitivity and like innocence, right? Headed into the Knight of Cups energy. The Knight of Cups, we just saw that here. It's funny how the story is now continuing, Knight of Cups. It just feels like we're kind of in this energy of, we know we need to transition. We need to now move this connection forward, or move our thought process forward, okay? Or move our emotional processing forward. There's pain. We've experienced pain. We've experienced obstacles. We've experienced being weighed down and trapped. But now we're no longer innocent based on everything that we've gone through. And so now this innocence and this maturity is something that we're both trying to balance, okay? We are suffering the loss. We've suffered the loss. We've suffered the setback. We've, been in this grief. We have broken up. We have broken up from our connection right now, right? And so right now there's an energy, there's a sadness to our consciousness. So there's this energy where there's this loss of innocence, there is pain that we've experienced, and now we're trying to balance things out and really, trying to deal with our loss, right? Deal with what has transpired in this connection from a place of maturity. So now what's divine feminine's energy towards masculine today? She's in the Nine of Wands energy. So Nine of Wands in the traditional tarot is the energy of that wounded warrior, right? I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I've been through a lot. It's my last stand. I'm not going to give this anymore. And so this is the Nine of Wands going into the Ten of Wands. So in this stage, where is feminine? She's just kind of wanting to seek shelter, right? She's like, maybe she's working with her soul tribe, coaches, counselors, maybe going to a spiritual teacher, getting a reading. She's in this energy where she's like, I just can't move this anymore. I can't move this connection anymore. And this is how she feels towards masculine. She's just like, I don't have it in me anymore. I don't have it. And so, but the thing is, we have to continue to move forward. But she's basically handing the torch to masculine and saying, you know what? I can't. Page of Wands. I can't do this. There's too much tension. There's too much anxiety. I can't move this forward anymore. I won't move this anymore. It's going to take you coming into your emotional maturity, right? Coming into your energy of King of Cups, of mastery to move this forward. So her energy towards her masculine is, you know what? I can't do this. Like, you're going to have to carry this connection. Do you see how the masculine's carrying the feminine here? And we have the feminine holding the moon, right? Which is this uncertainty and these fears. And so she's in this energy towards masculine today where she's like, I can't do this anymore. I'm communicating this to you. I'm telling you energetically that I'm stressed. There's been too much pressure. There's too much happening. I've already carried this connection. It's time for you, masculine, to step up. It's time for you to step up, right? You've got to step up. Masculine's energy towards the feminine. Look, he heard the call. This is today's energy, the Emperor and the Hierophant, right? So the Emperor energy headed into the Hierophant. So when this card comes out, this is all about the energy of the masculine standing in his strength, right? So when this card comes out, he's like struggling a little bit, like between his strength and his rulership and his religious beliefs, or his like morals and values and ethics. Both have control. One is more of a 3D energy and one is more of a 5D energy. One is more spiritual, one is more like earthly. And they both want, he wants to control. He wants to control both. He wants to control himself and his kingdom and his environment. But then there's the spirituality aspect, right? Someone's got to surrender. So here he's going through this battle of wills, right? He knows that he's got to let go of the ego. He knows he has to let go of the ego. Knight of Cups again. Here we have it in where the connection was earlier this week, that it's weighed down. He knows he's got to let go of the ego. He knows that. And this thought, waxing quarter, this thought I do feel like is getting bigger. It's getting bigger, bigger, bigger. When you think about when the moon waxes, it gets bigger. There's more light, right? Waning is when things start to go darker. So in summer, heating up. So it just feels like he knows. That's this aha moment. This is his breakthrough moment. He is enlightened. He's using more of the Hierophant energy and knowing that he's got to release the ego if this connection is going to move forward with feminine. So where is the connection today? Or like, yeah, today, Friday, we're in this King of Swords energy headed in to the Page of Swords energy. This is an interesting card because when you think about the King of Swords, he is this energy of like knowledge and power and authority, which we saw here with the Emperor. But headed into the Page of Swords, this in-between stage, the connection is, look, we have this old knowledge, right? With fresh eyes. We're looking at this connection from this new enlightenment. Feminine's in the enlightenment, right? Where she's like, I can't carry this anymore. And masculine's in the energy of, yes, it's my turn to let go of the ego and move this forward. And here it is. What's happening with the connection? We have our ancient knowledge, or we have the knowledge that we have learned. And now we want to do something different. We want to move this forward, this connection forward differently. We're ready to fight for things. We're ready to, talk about our position, stand for our position. And it's time. It's time to take action. So expect the unexpected. So there's very much this energy that is coming up, and this is Friday's energy, right? We're talking about Friday's energy. It's this energy of we have all of this knowledge from this loss of innocence. Now we're headed into this adult, more mature energy. Feminine's like, I don't have it in me. Like, I've done a lot already. Masculine's, I'm releasing the ego to move this thing forward. And here it is. We're looking at things with knowledge from a new perspective. We're ready to stand our ground. We're ready to take action, and we are ready to go. Expect the unexpected. So where are we headed over the weekend, right? What's the weekend energy look like? You're not going to believe this. We got the Two of Cups. We've got the Two of Cups. We've got the Wheel, spilled milk, and the Grasshopper. So where are things headed potentially over the weekend? There is a coming together. This union energy will experience change. Change from this disappointment, change from the spilled milk, and we're ready to change direction. We're ready to take a leap of faith and move on from this spilled milk energy. So I feel like we're letting go of our egos. We're letting go of our wounds. We're realizing that we want this connection. We want this partnership, but that means we have to let go of the past. So what's Divine Feminine's energy going to be this weekend towards her masculine? Knight of Swords. This is the after tarot, okay? So, and by the way, all of these cards are available in the description box, and it's in my Amazon storefront. So the Knight of Swords energy here is like, she's ready to use her sword and just like cut someone's head off, right? She's ready to ride like the wind. She's ready to just use her sword. Anyone that's not telling me the truth and blah, 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 I'm just going to cut them, in my path. But she's healing this edge. She's healing this edge, right? Because she's going to potentially see and improve upon, how she feels. Okay. So she's been in this energy where she's been stressed. She's been exhausted. She's had this inner outer battle. We see in this energy, she's like, I just can't do it anymore. And then here over the weekend, she's like, anybody comes near me, I'm just going to cut them with my sword. Right. But she's healing that. She's healing that edgy energy. And frankly, I've seen this in some of the feminine's comments that I've been getting on Instagram and here. I just feel like there's a lot of distorted energy. I mean, I feel like I've had feminines that have been following me for a long time, and they've been really healing and aligned with their journey, and now they're kind of derailed and they're angry. And I get it. I totally get it. But that anger, like, you're so angry, but you're drinking the poison, people. I love all of you. You're so angry at the masculine, but you're poisoning your own spirit. So this is something that you're going to realize over the weekend, that, you know what, I got to heal. I'm aware that I'm very angry at my masculine. I'm aware. I am aware, and I'm going to operate in my self-love, and I'm going to change. I'm going to evolve from that energy of being so angry at him, and I'm going to release that. It doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve me to stress about him. It doesn't serve me to continue to hold on to all my wounds about him. It doesn't serve me to want to cut him if he comes forward, metaphorically. So she's healing that. She's cleansing that energy. She's aware. What about masculine's energy this weekend towards his feminine? He's going to be battling his own demons. Nice, 9 of Swords. Remember, we got 9 of Swords here for feminine this past week. Well, he's going to be fighting his own stuff, slaying his own dragons, okay? And I feel like, he's going to complete this energy this weekend. There's something that is going to come to completion so that abundance and a new beginning can come in with his feminine. I feel like if he hasn't ended connections yet, this is what he's going to be doing. He's done being stressed. He's done being anxious. He's done going through the dark night of the soul. He wants prosperity. He wants abundance. He wants a new beginning. So how is this connection going to be affected over the weekend? There is the energy of the 6 of Cups. There's a return. Look, all these people are returning. Remember, we got it in the before tarot. He was preparing. He was beautifying. He was being nostalgic. And now these 2 energies are headed towards someone who's returning. This is the return. This is the reunion. This is the wish. We know that we both, I'm not saying he might return or she might return. All I'm saying is we are very much in this energy that we know that we want a reunion together. We know that that's what we want. We are heart-centered about it, and we are very focused. We are very focused on our change, on our emotions, on getting rid of our shadows. We're ready. We're very focused on this reunion. So I do feel like this weekend there will come some aha moments, some clarity. I feel like things are going to start to ease up. But I will tell you, by the end of this weekend, masculine and feminine both will see that they want to come back together. So what is divine masculine and feminine's message to each other as we close this reading? Bottom of the deck is falling in love. They're both in love with each other, whether they admit it or not, kissing the divine in another, in yourself. There is this embrace. There is a great deal of mental conflict. There is a great deal of sadness, of imprisonment, because they both have been stuck in the past. Feminine's been remembering the past. It's been stressing her out. Masculine's been also nostalgic. And there's this energy where we're both in love with each other, but we're stuck in the past. And it's time to release that ego. It's time to bring this connection to life. So what is divine feminine's message to masculine? Well, I'm living in the present. She's like, I'm living in the present. I saw this and I continue to see this connection as a gift. It has been revealed to me that this is a gift, this is a treasure, but I am focusing on what is happening right now. Right now, we're at the crossroads. Right now, you're not coming forward. Right now, we're in ego. Right now, we're isolated from each other. Right now, there is a block. So she's basically saying to him, like, look, I'm focusing on the present moment. I'm not focusing on the past anymore. I'm not focusing on the future. I'm just focusing on you're not here, I'm not with you, and that's where things are. Very realistic, very much like matter of fact. Masculine's energy, message rather, to his feminine is fertility, potential, powerful creative energy, and initiation energy. So he's getting ready to birth something. And what does he want to birth? The 2 of Cups. So he's saying, hey, and by the way, we got the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck of what is to come this weekend, right? So he's going to be the one that creates this union, right? And he's the one who understands that he created this union and then dishonored it. He created this union and he ridiculed it. He found fault in it. He was, like in this energy of just ending it. He's the one who ended it because of his deception. So he's in this energy. His message to his feminine is, look, feminine, I know that this was this beautiful union, this beautiful partnership, this soul connection that I made a mockery of because of my deception. So there is a very, very real message from masculine here saying, I know what I did. I know I deceived you. I know I backstabbed you. I know I've been toxic. I know I've been giving you the silent treatment. I know I created all of this. So as feminine just kind of steps back and is very, very present, masculine comes forward and says, hey, I know what I did. I know what I did, and I'm bringing us back together. Period. The end. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And don't forget, if you want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. And don't forget to follow, like, subscribe my King of Shadows 1111 YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting there next. Have a great day. Bye.